Hello everyone, I am Rob with Elder Oak Productions, bringing you an all-new series on this channel called Tea Time with Elder Oak Productions. Pretty nice, right? So here we have some beautiful tea, and the purpose of this new series, you could say, on this channel is to have a series where I can just have a discussion with you, the viewer. This isn't necessarily a review, although I might review different teas I have here, but primarily this is to really impart some kind of information from my end to you, the viewers. And that's what the main purpose of this new series is. So welcome to Tea Time with Elder Oak Productions. Today's topic on Tea Time is my 5-nod rating system, and I really wanted to describe it in some more detail for the viewers so that you know what we're working off of every time I have a food review or even a beverage review. So that's the purpose of this Tea Time, that's the topic of this discussion. Before we get into it, I'm going to pour myself some delicious tea. Now, I am going to do this the English way. As you see, we have some Twinings Earl Grey. So I have some milk here, and I've already brewed my tea in boiling water. And what we're going to do is pour a touch of milk in the bottom of our glass so that we have the milk on the bottom, and when the tea gets poured into it, it mixes all together beautifully. What a nice pot of Earl Grey tea from Twinings of London, just a classic tea company. Now, let me just have a sip. Cheers to you guys. That is some good tea. When I first started this channel, we really started as a gaming channel, but now we seem to be transitioning into food reviews and even, cooking. There was a time also where I have a number of beer reviews that I did once, the craft beer reviews. The beauty of being Elder Oak Productions is that we can do so many different things on this channel. It's not just Elder Oak food reviews, because then we'd just be trapped in that one line of video. But we have so many different options with this name and everything. We can do all these different things and be true to ourselves. And our theme as a channel is to create the impossible, and that's what we try to do. Now, when I transitioned into craft beer reviews and even food reviews, I was always thinking, what is a really good reviewing system? All these different reviewers on YouTube have these unique systems, and I'm certainly fans of a number of YouTubers. One YouTuber I'm a really big fan of is Review Bra. I'm also a really big fan of Domik, and I'm also a really big fan of Peep This Out reviews. So really, I'm kind of using them as an inspiration for what I do. I'm just trying to improve upon it, which is what is really great about it. I'm not at their level yet with regards to either production quality or, quite frankly, and honestly, I'm not there with the subscribers as of yet. But I'm really taking what I like from all these different facets on YouTube, and I'm trying to make it my own and trying to make my own community here on YouTube. So, taking all into consideration all these different models for rating systems that there are out there, I thought that it would be nice to have a leveled rating system to blend in numbers and description. So some YouTubers just have a scale of 1 to 10 or a scale of 1 to 5 or whatever, and they just give everything a number and there's no definitions. And some YouTubers have just a verbal kind of scale where it's, I would recommend this, I wouldn't recommend this, I really don't recommend this at all, I don't like it at all. So I thought I could blend those two, and the idea of the nods came in because if anyone is a close friend of mine and they've had a meal with me, they know that they can really tell if I love a meal when I start nodding my head in the middle of taking a bite. I mean, it's just my nod of approval because it's just that good. So that's where the nods came in. I was like, oh, okay, I nod my head when I really like something when I'm eating it, so why not work that into my YouTube channel, into my rating system? So I came up with the 5-nod rating system, and yes, there is a 0-nod in my rating system. I briefly went over this system in a previous video when I first introduced it. I think it was in the Burger King crispy chicken melt video or something like that. But now I will explain it again and go over it again. That's a good cuppa. Okay, so the 5-nod rating system starts from 0 nods all the way up to 5 nods. Now, 0 nods is something that is just completely awful, and I actually put it in my description because in all my recent videos I've been putting the rating system in the description. So 0 nods is what I call super rare awfulness, which means something has to be just really, really terrible. Either they messed up on the order really terribly, or the chicken is completely undercooked and raw and it's unedible. For it to be 0, it really has to be a terrible food item, pretty much inedible, pretty much disgusting. That will be a 0 nod. Now, a 1 nod is what I call an inadequate / would not suggest, which means I really didn't like this food item and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. It's inadequate in that I don't think it's up to par. You know, it's not even in the bottom threshold of what should be served. Something that I just really think is really not good. It's not good for the company that's presenting that item, and it's not good for the consumer because it tastes bad, it's presented poorly, something like that. So that's a 1 nod, inadequate, or would not suggest, which means, again, I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. I would not suggest it to my friends or my worst enemies. So 2 nods. 2 nods is a neutral / impartial rating, and that's there for an item that is not bad at all. It tastes fine, it's okay, it's good, but it's not something that I would really order again unless there was really nothing else I could order. Like today, I actually went to Boston Market for lunch, and I would rate the meal an impartial. It wasn't bad, I didn't really like it, I really didn't dislike it. I could live without it, let's put it that way. 3 nods is an average rating / would suggest. Now this is a food item that I do enjoy. I just rated my Mezzetta sauce that. It's something that I do enjoy, and I would suggest this item to a friend, to anyone. An item that is pretty good. It's not spectacular, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not this fantastic item that you just absolutely go and have to eat it. It's just something that it's a suggestion. Now, 4 nods is a great / a must get. Now, this is an item that is just absolutely fantastic. It is above the bar that I would expect to have for that certain industry. So if a fast food burger was just so delicious, it was so good, I would give it a 4 nod. This is something that I think that everyone out there watching the video should give a try, hence the name must get, because it is just that good. And that's what the 4 nod great / must get rating would be. Take another sip of this cuppa. That's a good tea. Okay, so a 5 nod rating is basically the same as the 4 nod. It is a great / must get rating, but one thing I noticed with some of the food reviewers that I watched was that there has to be some kind of leeway. There has to be something where something is so special that you have to it's more than your top rating. It's that good. So I really made the 5 nod for something that I just blew me away. Like, it is just this fantastic, absolutely phenomenal item with no flaws that I can really see in it, and I can't wait to get my next item. That is how good something has to be for it to get a 5 nod rating. When I was upstate New York doing the Mama's Boy Burgers review, I went to a donut shop in the same town, and I will do a review there one day. I would love to do that, but I would like to save that review for a day when my channel is bigger. so that I can go in there and actually do a review of them actually making their donuts and kind of having the story of the restaurant and the location. But I had this amazing donut there, and I'm telling you, it was literally, if you bit into this donut, it was like heaven. It was the most delicious donut that you could ever eat. And that would have been a 5 nod. Super rare awesomeness, as I say in my description. So 5 nods is supposed to be super rare awesomeness. It's definitely great and it's definitely a must get. It's just that one step above. And going back down the rating system, the 0 nods is super rare awfulness. So that's also an item that's just really just terrible. You know, something that I can't even think of an item that I've had in the last year or maybe even 2 years that I would ever rate a 0 nod super rare awful. I could think of some inadequates, would not suggest. I can think of a lot of 2 nods, you know, neutral impartials. I could think of a lot of 4 nods and everything, but 0 nods is gonna be super rare. I can't think of an item that I've had recently or in the past 1 or 2 years that was that bad. But yes, the 5 nods is that super rare awesomeness. So thank you for joining me in this video. Thank you for joining me for my cuppa Twinings Earl Grey of London. This is a 5 nod, by the way, super rare awesomeness. Thank you very much for watching this Tea Time with Elder Oak Productions. If you have any other ideas of any topic in the world that you want me to talk about over a cup of tea, please leave that suggestion in the comments below so that we can really start tailoring this channel to some of what the viewers want to see also. Also, please, if you really enjoyed this video, if you like Tea Time with Elder Oak Productions, please like this video down below. And if you could, I'd really appreciate it if you would share this video across all of your social media and also subscribe to this channel to give me some great support, because I really want to build a real Elder Oak community here on YouTube, and the only way that's possible is with you, the viewers. So everyone, thanks for watching. I have been Rob with Elder Oak Productions. This has been Tea Time with Elder Oak Productions. See you next time. Cheers to you.